Hello, Ball Knob students, especially Mrs. Roberts' sixth grade class. Do you know what I got in the mail? This package, and I was so tickled that it included all these letters from you after you read the Constitution Mystery and the Mystery of Chocolate Town. I hope you enjoyed those. Now, some of you asked if I had more mysteries. And you know what? If you'll turn those books around and look on the back, you will see a long list of Carole Marsh mysteries. Also, we're going to send you a list of Carole Marsh mysteries that take place all over the United States and all around the world. But right now, what I want to do is to answer some of your questions. I'm going to go pretty quick so I can get in just as many as I can. Usually I just send a letter back, but I thought this would be a lot more fun, and I hope you think so too. So let's get started. Okay, this is from Katie. Where did you get the idea to write books? I got the idea to write books when my kids were your age, and I thought my kids love to read so much that I think I could write a kid's book mystery. And that's what I did. Do you think it was easy? Not so much. It was the first time I'd ever done that, but I loved it, and that's what let me go on and write many, many more. You also asked, how did you get all the good ideas that I put in the stories? The main way is from you. Kids send me all kind of great ideas for books or things that Grant or Christina or any of the characters could do in the books. Also, my favorite thing is to take some of the real kids to the real places. And when I do that, it almost seems like the books write themselves because you are going to do things you're not supposed to, right? And go places you're not supposed to. And that makes for a very interesting adventure. And I can incorporate all those funny and spooky things into the books. Let's see. Am I planning on writing any more books? What do you think? Of course I am. Lots of mysteries all the time. And after you read the Real Kids, Real Places mysteries, you might like to try some pretty darn scary mysteries. Crisscross applesauce. Just get your teacher to look in our catalog or ask your librarian. We've got more mysteries than you can shake a stick at. I do believe that there are more than 100 right now. Okay, Katie, thank you for all those good questions. Here's from Carly. Carly says, do I have a book about Arkansas? No, I don't think so. That would be a really good idea. Why don't you think of a good idea for a mystery set in Arkansas, and I will think about writing it. That way you can write to me again. You also say, do I have any books about Japan or China? And I do. In the International Mysteries, Around the World Mysteries, there is a book on the Great Wall of China and one on Japan. So try those out. You'll like those too. Okay, here is Mikayla. A lot of pretty names in your class. Did I really go to Hershey, Pennsylvania? Now, I really did, but I'll bet you think it was a lot of fun. Not so much. It was cold. I had the flu. It was 6 degrees. There was ice on the ground, not just pretty snow, but ice. When I got there, the hotel didn't have any heat, so I was pretty miserable and sick and felt terrible and really just wanted to go home. So you know what I did? I wrote the book. I went ahead and did all my research. Ever felt that way when you had homework to do? I just pulled up my bootstraps, put on my coat, and drank a lot of Hershey's hot chocolate. I think it was all that chocolate that really gave me energy to get the job done. So as it turned out, I enjoyed visiting Hershey and meeting the people and going to their museum, and especially going to their store, the candy store, the chocolate store. That was fun. But it was probably the most miserable research trip I ever did. Thank you for reminding me about it. Okay, Hannah asked, which of your books is your favorite? I often say my very first mystery, The Mystery of Blackbeard the Pirate. I think your first mystery is like your first baby. It's always a little bit special. And but I also often say the book that I just finished, the mystery that I just got through writing, is my favorite because partly I'm glad to be done and partly because it was so much fun. So I have a new favorite every day. Cassidy asked, what happened to Christina and Grant? Did the mysteries really happen? Let's see. Almost all the time, I get to go to the places that I write about. Almost all the time, I get to go to the places before I write the mystery. Lots and lots of times, I get to take the kids, the real kids, with me. And so what happens is, the kids often get to get out of school for a few days. And we have a lot of fun, and then they have to go back to school, and I have to go sit at my computer and write the mysteries. So when you ask what happened to them, usually, if they're good characters, they just get to be in another mystery. Now, listen up. Be sure and go on my Carole Marsh Mysteries website and apply to be a character in a future mystery. That way you can join the fan club and get a lot more Carole Marsh Mystery news. Thank you, Cassidy. Okay, here's a Caden. Caden asks, do you like donuts? Yeah, I like donuts. I like Krispy Kreme donuts, especially. If you don't have Krispy Kreme there, I'm sorry. I like Krispy Kreme donuts with chocolate on top, but I will eat any donut. What's my favorite food? Probably just about everything. Shrimp and grits. You ever had shrimp and grits? It's so good. Do you see I put a lot of food in my mysteries? Almost always the kids have snacks, or we go to a restaurant, or we cook something. I like brownies a lot. What's your favorite food? What's my favorite movie? You're into favorites. I just took Grant to see Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and we really like that a lot. So that's the latest movie I've seen, and it was sort of a favorite. And what was my favorite subject in school? Now you know the answer to that. English, reading, writing. That was my favorite subject from first grade right up to now. Okay, Hamina. I hope I got that right, Hamina. What inspired me to write my books? I always say I was a writer before I was born, and yet reading all those Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys and all those kind of mysteries when I was a kid inspired me. But so did watching my own kids read mysteries and enjoy them so much. And I especially like to put boys and girls both in the books, because I always observed that boys and girls play together and read together, and that's what I wanted to do. What keeps me motivated is you. You're always asking for more mysteries. So is your teacher and your librarian. And Gallopade, my publisher. When and Where was my first book written? I live in the little town of Bath, North Carolina. It's the oldest town in that state. It's a tiny little town, and the Mystery of Blackbeard the Pirate was set there. And really, it gave me an excuse to go there, and I liked the town so much that we packed up and moved there and lived there for 7 years. Great place to write mysteries. Would I like to have a movie made based on my books? Oh yeah, wouldn't that be fun? I would love to sit back and watch all these mysteries on the big screen, especially if you were all with me and we were eating popcorn and maybe donuts. Okay. Aww. This is more like a compliment instead of a question. Riley says at the end of the letter, P.S. The best thing that could happen to a child is being in your book, or having your book. That's very nice. Thank you so much. And thank you for writing all these letters. Thank you for letting me talk to you today. Be sure and go to that fan club and join up, and keep reading Carole Marsh Mysteries.